Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Wednesday, the 21st of August. Police have opened consultation on plans to cull corporate staff, reducing a net 170 roles. Commissioner Andrew Costa has announced a proposal to disestablish 248 jobs, 128 already vacant, and create 78. Azaria Howell reports.
Staff are giving feedback on the proposal for final decisions to be made in October. Police are also running a separate voluntary redundancy process not open to constables or frontline workers. Voluntary redundancies end in November.
Applause from the Banking Association for the Commerce Commission's survey of the regulatory environment and its impacts on competition. The Commission found little competition in personal banking and highlighted the big profits turned by Australian-owned banks. It recommends giving Kiwibank greater access to capital to better compete. Association Chief Executive Roger Beaumont says they think banks are probably the most regulated industry in the country.
That has a huge impact on the processes, for example, that a new bank coming into the market needs to go through in order to become a registered bank.
Napier's port is likely to be impacted by plans to shut down two central North Island mills. Winstone Pulp International has announced its intentions to close the Karioi pulp mill and Tangiwai sawmill after electricity bills have risen by 600% in just a few years. More than 200 jobs are on the line. JMI Wealth Director Andrew Kelleher says Winstones is a big cargo customer for the port.
Potentially 200 jobs affected. This is tough for a region already beset with challenges. Consequence of unsustainable energy prices. That, of course, affects volumes through the port.
Tauranga's new mayor says the city will need assistance into the future. The Prime Minister is speaking at today's Local Government New Zealand conference. He's expected to ask councils to cut their own cloth before asking the government for money. Mahe Drysdale says he's looking to cut costs locally, but would like central help with things like infrastructure.
The government's saying we need you to grow. We don't have the money to grow, so we need some tools and options to enable us to do that.
A heritage advocate says rebuilding Christchurch Cathedral is the most important part of the city's post-quake jigsaw. The project's short $85 million and has paused indefinitely. Christchurch Civic Trust spokesperson Mark Belton says the cathedral's a historic achievement and the heart of the city.
It is, for the whole country, the single most important heritage church building.
The Inter-Islander ferry Aratiri will be out of service from Saturday to Tuesday next week. It's getting a new gearbox part that's needed replacement since May. To sport. The bosses of the Men's World Tennis Tour are welcoming Jannik Sinner remaining free to play. It comes despite the world number one twice testing positive for a banned substance in March. One of the country's top cycling events has put the brakes on after 36 years. The New Zealand Cycle Classic's been cancelled next year due to rising costs and a struggle to find a naming rights sponsor. Manchester City's Phil Foden has scooped the Professional Footballers Association Men's Player of the Year award for the 2023-24 season. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.